Hey fellow reefers, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lee, this is Reefer Explained. Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of my return pump section and some cable management, which we've already done. But I'm just going to go into, for the minute, the return pump. So currently I've been using a DC controllable marine pump by Jebao. Now these are quite good pumps, quite reliable. I only had one issue with one where it came up with an error and just kept going on and off. So that was after about a year, and I sent it back, and they gave me a replacement, and that's been lasting 2 years and no problems with it whatsoever. Just decided really to upgrade to something else, which I'll go on about. The thing with the Jebao 4000, this one is it has a little screen on the box. The pump itself I've just removed from my old system. It's pretty hefty. It's got a bit of weight to it. It's quite well built, but it's dead silent, and I mean really silent. So if you want a quiet pump, you will not be disappointed with this 4000 or any of these Jebao ones, these DC ones. They're so quiet. Best pump ever, personally. And for the money, I think I paid £90. It's definitely worth getting one. So this was doing a current. Here, let me just show you. So 32 watts, 4,000 litres per hour, and a max height of 4 meters. So that's everything really you need to know about this. As I said, I'm only upgrading to the next generation, the smart DC pump, Wi-Fi controllable, but this is a 3,500, so it's less. The reason is the Jebao 4000 I was only running at 50%, so I don't need all that power, and I wanted something that would be controllable. In case I'm away from the tank, I can shut it off, or I can just change the flow if there's a problem with the sump. So that's that really. 28 watts, 3,500 litres per hour, 3.5 meters head height, which is to get up to the tank, which is fine on this. It's basically a Red Sea reefer. Yeah, you get a little interface LCD display, which has been installed. Let me just bring it up here. So that's what it looks like. It's got a power button in the middle, controllers left and right, pause button is the feed, Wi-Fi button, and that's pretty much it. I'm set at 17 watts, which is 62%, I believe, there. So that is just running my aquarium pretty stable. So quite happy with that. At the back of the tank where the Jebao is, let me just show you. So basically they've improved it slightly. It's white and kind of a pinky purple, but it's got a see-through base part in the middle where the rotor is, so you can see if it's clogged or if it's dirty just by lifting it out with the hose. You don't have to disconnect. Sorry about the light, one sec. And yeah, so that just is quite helpful. It's got an automatic shut off apparently if there's no water. I just like the fact that I can turn it off from the app now instead of unplugging it every time. Makes my life a lot easier. So there we go. On quietness, I'll demonstrate how quiet it is. So at the moment, this is with everything running. You can hear the skimmer, and there's some other pumps going. So I'm going to shut them off now and show you. Okay, so I've just shut off all the pumps, apart from the Jebao. And that's it. That's all you can hear. Hang on. A little faint hum. That is it. No vibration problems. No nothing else. So you want a quiet pump? Go ahead and get yourself one. I'll turn everything back on, and you'll hear the difference now. So everything is now back on. So you can kind of see for yourself. As I said, it's a good pump, and if you want a budget pump as well, I'm not saying it's crap, it's not going to last. That's not the case. As I said, I've got a backup one of these now that's been lasting me 2 years, and I've cleaned it and put it back in the box, which is the Jebao 4000. it's just not Wi-Fi compatible. Everything on the tank is pretty much running through Wi-Fi app ability, so it's really handy. I think personally, the only downside is that this screen is very touch sensitive, so that's my fear, is that if you were to reach in here and touch something, you could shut it off, and if you went out the door you wouldn't know until you looked on the app. But again, then you could check on the app, and then you know that obviously you can just reboot it or turn it back on. So it's not a biggie, but I would preferred like an enclosed box on it, or a plastic door or some kind. I might make something to go over this, like an acrylic box. It's a bit overkill, but I'm just a bit worried about touching it. Everything else on here, you have to kind of tap, press a few times to get everything to kind of move on these screens. So there we go. Let me know what your thoughts are. The price on this, I think in the UK, I'm just trying to remember what it was. I think it was £132 instead of the 90. This might have gone up now, but probably one of the cheapest ones out there. You get some connections in here from to connect onwards. This is the old stuff from the oil pump, but you do get some connections. In fact, I didn't need to use any of this because the other one fitted straight on, and I just used the O-ring that came with it, just to make sure it was tight seal. But yeah, and you get the instructions in here, and there is some people online that have done a in-depth to connect to the app. The one thing it doesn't say in here, I believe, is to connect to the Wi-Fi. It's already flashing when you buy the unit on the screen there, that purple left-hand corner above the P, that's flashing. But you have to, I already booted the system up and was running the pump. I just thought I could connect to the Wi-Fi. You have to turn the pump off, and I would leave it submerged in your sump possibly, because just in case you turn it on by mistake and it will run, you know, it's not good to have a pump outside on. It's got a run dry mode on it, but best to do that. And yeah, you need the pump off completely when you're connecting to the Wi-Fi of your home and to the unit itself. And that's one thing I wasn't really clear about. So the instructions weren't great on that, but they're quite in depth, and they do have some key features. As I said, there's lots of other people on YouTube that have done an in-depth on that one. So my Goodbye that I bought recently, and someone said just hook it up and you won't look back, and really happy about that. Guys, thanks for watching on this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.